North Star is just one of the biggest and best science festivals in the region. I think if you're in and around South Yorkshire, this is a really, really good one to be involved in. It gets you involved with the kids. There's the co-created workshops, and also there's all the various organisations here that you get to speak to and network with as well.
It's amazing to see the change in the students when you're here. To have a student arrive not really knowing what they're wanting to do, to then go away with so many different careers that they can't even make a decision. That is the aim of this today, and it's really just inspiring that next generation into the STEM careers that we've got on offer.
We've got the students design and building a STEM related piece of kit and equipment that will hold a vessel and transport it to a safe area, putting the scenario into real life for what the guys do on the ground. So we're hitting them short and sharp with a brief at the beginning, but they're engaging well and they're picking up the solution, and they've actually beaten our time already this morning.
This is our first year,
This
is our first time. So we've got Leonie from Amaze Lab working with us today, and she's fantastic. So she's worked with us to kind of refine the event and understand, what it takes and what's required to make it interesting for kids, but not overly technical. So it's enjoyable, and actually that's the feedback we've had from the schools also.
Events like this, this is our first year here, are really important because without events like these, we struggle to get the word out there, teaching kids about manufacturing STEM. JJA Snack is actually moving to Skill Street at the top of the drive, so we will be a permanent feature.
So today we're doing a mechanical seal building workshop for the young students. So we're doing a bit of problem solving, we're getting them to come in, take apart the seal, build it back together, kind of get them thinking about problem solving and kind of seeing how our final product would then go on to the customer's plants and save them money.
So CB Plus have worked with Newfield School to make a co-created workshop. In the workshop the students have got to make different plane designs, and then they launch them with kinetic launchers using elastic band or motorised launchers, and they have to score as many points as they can, and at the end of the day the school with the most points wins, and we're going to send them some chocolates.
This is the 5th year now that we've been part of North Star, and very proudly continue to sponsor it. It gives us an opportunity to engage with a real variety of young people from across the region who we may not get to work with, and it allows us to try and inspire them to consider STEM, engineering, manufacturing as a career.
So today we're here doing a brickmaking workshop with the kids at the North Star event, and we're helping to show them how back in the day we used to make bricks handmade, and through different engineering techniques and innovation we now make significantly more bricks than what we used to. The kids are finding it great really, and they are learning to make their own bricks and their own wall.
For us it's teaching students about the different types of roles in construction. So not many people know the different types of roles. So for example, myself, I'm a land buyer, but not many people know what it is. So it is what it says on the tin, but there's a lot of things behind that, how we buy land. It's not just usual carpenters, bricklayers, architects. There's many, many roles behind it. So it's also to show them the different ways how to get into the industry.
I mean, everyone seems to be really enjoying it. So land, we're not the ones who are really sort of at the front of the workshop. So we've got Sheffield Girls School who are basically running the workshop. So they're doing the presentation and they're at the sort of different stalls, talking to them and then showing them what to do with the food. And they seem to be doing really well with it. So everyone seems to be having fun.
We really like to engage with apprentices. We've got actually at the moment 10 apprentices on site out of a workforce of 100, so 10% of our workforce at the minute are apprentices, and we really like to get them engaged. 5 of them today are here for the first time, and just for them to come along and see what it's all about, and they absolutely loving it.
Well, in healthcare science in particular, it's a growing workforce. So we're involved in lots of patient journeys, but not a lot of people know that we exist. And we're kind of trying to raise our profile a little bit and tell people that this is, a really brilliant job for if you love science or maths, or you just want to help people get better. It's a career to consider.
The students are loving it, so yeah, they've definitely learned something new today. Computer misuse, that is quite a dull and boring subject sometimes, so my colleagues are doing a really good job at keeping them engaged.
For us, we are a traditional manufacturer. We are seeing a skills gap. We struggle to get young people to want to come into science and engineering, or even into the business in general in other roles. And trying to get people interested and think science has actually got something about it and I might fancy a career in it is the reason we're there.
Well, we've had lots of wonderful students come through the sessions this morning, and yes, most of them are sort of literally wowed by the VR headsets. We've had a few light bulb moments, and it's lovely as well from a woman's point of perspective to inspire girls in space science particularly, and also show them that it's not just about being an astronaut.
We would like this to be an annual opportunity for people to take part in. We've now co-designed this with Hayfield School students twice, and we'd be happy to do that again, and we feel like the co-design element of it makes the activity much more streamlined.
I love the concept of the summer science events, and it's something that I don't know how I found out about it. I think it was just from a Google search, seeing what is going on around the country, and I know the success of the summer science school events has grown over the last couple of years, and so I just wanted to see what was going on. So I came up and visited last year, and then got invited back to deliver a workshop this year.
In terms of the demonstration, that was definitely very powerful. So I was able to show how hearing aids can support in very noisy situations, and obviously pretty noisy here. So I can show the difference between the hearing aids not working and then kicking in, and the faces were absolutely astonished to see what hearing aids can do.
An event like this is important because without it, I don't believe that the younger generation are going to be able to get a proper grasp on how broad and wide the world actually is.